Hey everybody, it's Geist. The year is 2024 now, and there has been a lot of things happening in my personal life, as well as in the sphere of Zelda content creators in general. And I'd like to basically reminisce on a couple of things that have happened to me and things that I have kind of noticed here and there within the Zelda community itself. But before we get into that, I wanted to ask you, what did you think about my new intro? Is it a soul versus soulless kind of thing going on, or what? You tell me. I'm dying to know if you like the first one better than the new one. There's some subtle storytelling going on in the intro now. I wanted to go ahead and say that it's pretty sinister if you piece the puzzle together a little bit, but I thought that was pretty cool. I thought it was really fun to do that, so I hope you enjoy that. But you probably also noticed that there's no green screen behind me, and I'm just going to go ahead and fix that real quick. Now, let's get down to business, shall we? So many amazing things have happened to me in 2023 that I can almost barely keep track of all of it. You guys have basically broken all of my expectations for starting this channel in the first place, so I can't thank you enough for that. If I don't stop myself now, this whole video will just be me saying thank you, thank you, thank you. So I will never be ungrateful for anything. I'm extremely appreciative of every single bit of effort on your part to support this channel, and that will always be the case, so thank you again. So after reading the room and getting the consensus of 2023 so far when it comes to Zelda, I am seeing that Tears of the Kingdom just released, you're playing it, everyone's having a great time with the game, and after about a week or two or about a month, people are starting to realize that they just played Breath of the Wild with DLC, and I think that's a very valid argument. It's $70 for that game, and it's basically Breath of the Wild plus. I try not to be a negative person about anything when it comes to Zelda, and just anything in general, because it's extremely unhealthy to just be constantly thinking about things that make you mad. There's no reason to do that. It's very bad. It's just very obviously bad to just be extremely mad all the time about things, so I'm like, it doesn't really bother me, but I'm seeing constantly there's people that, I mean, it's warranted, to be honest, it's warranted. There's people that are just constantly talking bad about Tears of the Kingdom, and I think the reason why people are talking bad about Tears of the Kingdom in the first place is because it was just overhyped, and it was set to a level of hype where it was like, if you didn't even meet or come close to the bar that was artificially set by the community, then it was just crap. Like, if you got anywhere close to this range, it's just crap. Even though you were like right there, almost right there on the verge of hitting that perfect Goldilocks zone where everyone was just like, ah, yes, this is the game I wanted. If you were even that close, it's just crap because it didn't meet expectations. It's the same characters, the same location, everything, but it still seems like the games are so disconnected. They don't even want to bother, you know, acknowledging the other one. They don't want to nudge the other one on the shoulder or anything like that. Say, hey, you remember this thing from Breath of the Wild? It's more like, hey, forget about Breath of the Wild. Look at this. I think it's just difficult to truly bring yourself to care deeply about something that's just introduced randomly without even regarding the original context, which is Breath of the Wild. I think at the end of the day, it's just very difficult to defend Tears of the Kingdom for certain things that it decided to do with Breath of the Wild's world, but you know, that's just a whole can of worms that I don't want to get into. But like I said before, I'm a very positive person, and I want to remain in that positive headspace as much as I can because it's just more healthy to be that way. But it's just getting more and more difficult as time goes on to remain quiet about, you know, all the negativity surrounding the Zelda at the moment, that I think it's just important that I come out and address it finally, because I've tried my best to, you know, zip it as long as I could, because I knew eventually if it would get bad enough that I would have to come out and say something and give my opinion on it, my piece, my take, whatever you want to call it. I think it's somewhat warranted, but at the same time, I think it's completely overblown and overproportioned. Like, people are going absolutely ham on this, and I don't really know why. I think people just generally want a different game at this point, and at the end of the day, I think linearity, there's nothing wrong with it, and I think that needs to come back in some way in order to really bring Zelda back to where it was because I think people are just getting unhappy with the current state of Zelda right now. I think it's just really cool that at the beginning of the game, you're an absolute nobody wimp with not even a sword or shield to your name, not a single rupee. And then at the end of the game, you've got this giant health bar. You've got all of these items that you've obtained along your journey. You've got this massive sense of progression. You feel like this gigantic ripped man, and you're just ready to rip open some skulls, do some work. That's just the sensation, the feeling that people really like about Zelda. They like feeling like they have grown over the duration of the game, I think. Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom sort of scratched that itch a little bit, but not exactly to the effectiveness of a linear Zelda experience. I think that the negativity around Zelda right now is a very temporary thing, and I think once the successor to the Switch is announced or more details about the next Zelda game is revealed, I think that's when everyone's going to be, uplifted, and we're going to be happy again. We're going to be hyped as can be for this next game. I know I will be, and I will be covering it, absolutely, and theorizing out of my mind about that thing, so look forward to that. But I would not be in the position that I'm in right now to be able to theorize about the future Zelda games if it weren't for the help of certain people. I want to make absolutely sure that I thank everybody properly that has helped me along the way in order for me to get to this point. And the very first person that I would like to thank that's on that list is Wiz Catches Lightning. This guy is awesome. If you are not subscribed to him, I highly recommend that you do so. He makes great content. He's the first person that ever reached out to me and really helped me form connections and do some networking. So I am really grateful for that. I had a lot of fun when I collabed with him with this video right here, and this is his video. So if you haven't watched them yet, please do so. You'll have a great time. The next person that I would like to thank is Conrad from the Commonwealth Realm. He decided to reach out to me and collaborate with me when I was an absolute nobody and I had barely any subscribers, but it was so amazing and humbling to me. I'm still grateful for that to this day. Even though it was very kind of Conrad to reach out to me and collaborate with me, 2023 itself was not very kind to Conrad. So if you can support him by subscribing to him and watching his content, if you haven't already, please do so. I would be very grateful for that. The man deserves it. He's an extremely hard worker. I wish absolutely nothing but the best for Conrad, so if you can support him in any way, I would very much appreciate that. The next person that I would like to thank is Max Last Breath. I actually noticed very early on the negativity surrounding Tears of the Kingdom starting to come to a head and really boiling up at that point. So I really wanted to search for anyone that would be able to create like a free camera tool for Tears of the Kingdom so that, content creators would have more excitement, more tools, more things to utilize when it comes to making Tears of the Kingdom content in order to, make it more fun to do things for Tears of the Kingdom. As a content creator, it's extremely important to have those tools in order to be able to make the unique content that you want to make that makes your channel, unique. There were no free camera tools or anything like that available for Tears of the Kingdom at the time. That's why I decided to reach out to the Tears of the Kingdom modding community and ask if there was, anyone developing a free camera tool. Initially, Max was very busy. He had a lot of things on his plate. He was doing a lot of things here and there, here and there. He's involved in a lot of projects, and his free camera was not his priority. But when I reached out to him, he actually made it his priority. And instead of making it simply his priority, he made the Ultra Cam, which is above and beyond what I ever expected to be able to be made for Tears of the Kingdom. It's truly incredible what the guy is able to pull off in such a short amount of time. I think it was just 2 or 3 weeks that he made such an insanely incredible tool. So thank you again, Max. You have really uplifted the Tears of the Kingdom community with your Ultra Cam mod, and I cannot wait to see what you do next. Next up, I'd like to mention a couple of really cool creators that I think that you'll enjoy, and they make some great content. You've got Swagmaster, you've got Thinking at Max Volume, you've got Pixel Fusions, you've got Nebulor, and then you've got Toxic Triforce, and then you have Sledgen. If you haven't heard of any of these awesome channels, I suggest that you go take a look at them, look at their content, see what they've got to give them a like, give them a subscribe, comment, do whatever, just make sure that you give them some support. They truly deserve it. Anyway, this video is basically just me recalling 2023 and making sure that I properly thank everybody that helped me get to this point. My hype has been refueled to the top. I got plenty of ideas for content. I might branch out and make some videos about other games that I think are really cool, and I hope you guys enjoy that. But, of course, the vast majority of my videos are going to be Zelda focused, so it's just going to stay that way, whether you like it or not. which I hope you do, but that pretty much wraps everything up. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and I hope you had an incredible 2023, and I hope that you look forward to what's to come next in 2024. I know I am. I'm extremely excited, and I cannot wait to get to work on what's to come next. So thank you very much again for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.